Doug, if I might.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4. Doug, I'd like you to meet 4.
Yeah, mic check 1, 2. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, they trying to kiss me. Rum and nerdy, kiss me 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 rum and nerdy. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
You wanna play? I'll play. Kiss me rum and nerdy, 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 kiss me rum and nerdy. This is the way. Ready program. Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And today is episode 3.04. Doug, I'd like to introduce you to number 4.
Number 4.
There's part of me that says, God, that was a great movie, and talk about that movie. The other part is, I want to see if any of our listeners can identify what that's from.
We will send you an official COVID-19 Operation Clusterfuck patch.
I think I got one or two of those left. Yeah, there's one right there.
We will send you something. We'll send you something fun if you write us in and correctly guess that movie.
Yeah, especially if you send us a self-addressed stamped envelope. We'll send you anything that will fit in it.
Increase the likelihood of us mailing you something back. Yes, please mail us your response written on the back of a $20 bill.
I'm really curious if anybody knows that.
There's like one old person out there just screaming at the radio right now. I know that.
I know him. It's Santa Claus.
Anyway, so I want to, before we do anything, because I'm thirsty.
Yes.
I want to start off by an attempted rum redemption.
Yeah.
So this was, a couple episodes ago, we did the 9 North.
Yes.
9 North spiced rum, and we enjoy it. It was good, neat, but it really wanted to be mixed with something. It's not a neat rum. And
I'm excited for the refill.
Yeah. Oh, the refill's gonna be good. And anyway, we tried mixing it with a variety of things that ranged from not great to stinking terrible.
To less great.
So we're going to try 9. We're going to take a different direction. We're not going to go with a soda. But today, the 9 North rum is going to be mixed with black raspberry sparkling water.
Now, did you bring that, or is that one of the waters that I have here?
I'm pretty sure I stole it from Riley.
Gotcha. Oh no, those aren't Riley's. Those are actually those are mine. I got those.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Nice sounding. That's a top quality sounding pour.
So rum redemption number 1, it sounds good.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good sounding rum.
Yes.
We can recommend the glass corked 9 North.
Sounds better than some being poured into a glass.
That's
got the little
That's the
bubbles.
sparkling of the sparkling. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. At some point we need to talk about Marvel Phase 25 or whatever they're on. I think Phase 6.
I saw a hilarious meme the other day, and it was like uncomfortable truths. I stopped caring about Marvel years ago, but I just keep up with it because of peer pressure.
I saw that. You know what? But I actually like it. I like it. There's a lot there that got a lot of hate, and I didn't. I didn't have that for them. Smells like rum and sparkling water. It smells exactly like what it is. This is good.
So whatever made it kind of taste like Robitussin, we really brought the Robitussin out with the black raspberry. That was
yeah. This is pharmacy forward. This is Yeah.
Somehow the second sip was worse than the first.
I see this going on in advertisement. 9 North, it's better than Malort.
It's
Wow.
shit. I don't
I'm going to set that over on the other side of the counter. Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally drink it.
Nope.
I'm gonna slowly fumble my way through it like I did last week or the week before.
Yeah,
whenever
you know,
we did it.
You power through things that I'm
I
just like,
I do. I don't know. It's part of that, depression era. Hey, don't put anything to waste. Brr. Clean your plate. Yeah, it's that kind of a just attitude. I'll choke this down.
okay.
Mm.
So,
That's not good. Oh.
speaking of
Okay,
sampling things.
Not a rum redemption. Rum redemption fail.
Yes.
Until next week when I find some other terrible liquid to mix it with live on the air.
Next week, we're going to try it with chocolate milk. See if that helps. No, it won't help.
You sure? I'm thinking about that pretty hard.
Oh, God, some random joke ended up being something serious. I don't know. That's the way it is with me. Sometimes I ever tell you, like, okay, so when I was in college, I had a friend, Sandra, a roommate, actually, and the
Not
two
not,
roommates.
not to be confused with your current roommate, Sandra.
No, that's Sandy.
No.
But yeah, Sandra and Keith, and Sandra had a friend from Jacksonville that would periodically come down and hang out, and we'd have parties on the weekends or whatever. And it's so funny because to this day, however, 25 years later, every once in a while, she'd be like, God, Craig's kind of a dork.
Kind
But
of.
every once in a while, he'll say something that totally redeems him. And I was like, yeah,
Sure.
some things never change.
Can't land them all.
Exactly. And she was cute. If you listen to this show, and you probably don't, I used to have a crush on you.
Well, it's a good thing your wife stopped listening.
Yeah. I don't know. That's how I know she's like still listening, is one day she's going to come home and smack the shit
just
out of me.
right upside the head. Just
It's like, I told you I would cut a bitch. Whoopsh, whoopsh. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
So you want to talk about Monday?
Yeah, that's why I started to say a minute ago. It's like, speaking of samplings, holy shit. So, Jay and the wonderful team from the Florida Rum Society shout out to Jay. Hey, Jay, you need to be on the podcast. And we actually talked about that, getting him on here sooner than later. But
You did.
Jay and the Florida Rum Society had put together this event. And so the month of January for the Florida Rum Society is sponsored by Plantation, and they had the Plantation North America rep.
Yeah, she covered like all of North America plus Mexico. Like her territory was just, all of North America plus,
Yeah.
Japan. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Because Mexico is in North America.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, so she was
territory.
there.
Big territory.
And it's kind of funny because you expect an alcohol rep's going to go, oh, yeah, it's there and blah, blah, and here's the talking points in this. And she was smart as fuck.
Yeah, no, absolutely knew her shit.
So any longtime listeners will know that periodically somebody will earn their rum and nerdy name. And, like Rum Sifu, I'm Obi Rum, Cheese Mule, not a rum name, but he's got a name, right?
Yeah.
So we gave her, like, right off the bat, I'm like, Encyclopedia Rumtanica.
It's the perfect name.
Yeah, but we'll so for us, we'll just refer to her forevermore as
Rumtanica.
Rumtanica. And the encyclopedia is implied, I think. Anyway, so, yeah, she started going off. We tried, what was it, 5 different rums?
6.
6, okay.
6 rums. And 3 of them are...
The first 3.
The first 3 were specialty batches that are not available outside of the factory.
Correct.
You can try these if you go on the distillery tour. They will have them there. You can sample them. Sometimes
Fabulous Barbados.
Yeah, Fabulous Barbados. Sometimes you can even you get a little jug and take it with you kind of thing. But that's it. These are not for sale items.
Yeah. Now, she did say that these 3, the reason they make them is because they are used in other blends.
They are. They are used in other blends, but the uniqueness of them, 1 or 2 of those rums, I'd buy a bottle of that.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to have around. Some of them were
surprisingly. So, like, it was like, because they're overproof.
yeah. And then the The last 3 rums were all rums that you can buy currently or could have bought in the past. Some of them it's a
when they were available.
Yeah, they do like a specialty bottling, or this is the 2023 batch kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they were all interesting. They all had an amazing backstory, and yeah, she would fill you in on the backstory, the details, what made them special over other versions where they're used.
Yeah. So, do we want to kind of just I don't want to go too in depth because hopefully we can have her on the podcast. We'll talk about it, but just
Absolutely that, and we don't have it here, so it's other than just reciting the tasting notes that we came up with on Monday. I mean,
well, let me say the highlights out of the first 3. There was the Vulcan 2019. There was the Hot Pot Juice, and Jaws 77, which was funny, the story behind Jaws, but I'll save that story in case she gets on. But personally, out of those 3, those are the 3 specialties.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the Hot Pot Juice. I got unbelievable citrus notes off of that to me because we were like, what would you do? And I'm like, yeah, Hemingway daiquiri. Yes, because it's already halfway there. That, everything about this rum I think would amplify the Hemingway.
Yeah, and that was the Jaws and the Hot Pot Juice were both clear rums.
Yes.
So they were, and for being a clear rum, it was surprisingly flavorful.
Yeah.
I mean, they
smooth,
were, and super smooth. They were all crazy smooth. The Vulcan I thought was interesting. Like it was good. It was a good rum. The story behind why it's called Vulcan, that I thought was almost more interesting than the rum. The Vulcan still, it's the only Vulcan still in use.
Yeah.
Like actively being used. And it was, comes from some still manufacturer in Ohio. It's like a weird combination of a
pot and column,
yeah, but it's like reverse fed. She walked you through, the way the pots work, the way the columns work, and this is like a reverse column pot combo. Like it's it's reverse fed and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, when we say Encyclopedia Rumtanica, we ain't fucking around with that.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I like to nerd out and have rum. She can nerd out about rum.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She nerds about rum at the level you nerd about Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Yeah, or like me and Lord of the Rings.
And she used to work at 3 Dots.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. It was funny. We were kind of talking about stuff, and we were talking about the 6 degrees of Greg, and we're like, I guarantee you we both know somebody together. Like that.
Easily.
Or you do, because she was from
Milwaukee.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of fun. We should continue.
We're going to try to have her on the show sometime in the future.
There was the rum number 4, the Jamaican, which is just typical Jamaican style. It was good.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. It was an enjoyable Jamaican. I thought it was stupid smooth. Like that's the one where usually with the Jamaican rums, it's you have the Jamaican flavor and then it just has that kind of kick to it, and you're like, oh, I'm drinking something that I really need to mix with Coke. And
that's I felt like I didn't actually.
This had none of it. It was just this is crazy. It's okay. All the Jamaica, none of the burn.
So I'll classify it this way. So the table that we were sitting at, nobody took the other 2 seats. So in fairness, we got a double sampling of each of them. The Jamaican was the one I didn't drink the second. I handed that off to somebody else.
Yeah, who was that?
That was the couple next door. I don't want to throw names.
So,
but they know who they are. It's right. I don't want to throw names after we just threw like 60 of them, but there were people we discussed throwing names. Anyway, there was the Peru, the 2006. This is one that I want to find a bottle.
Yeah, so this wasn't the animal bottled one, was it? Or was it? This was the manatee? Not manatee. Bird?
Yeah.
Fish?
Yeah.
One of them. Because there was that one, and the last one was
the Barbados.
The Barbados 2013. And I know they had some of the boxes because there was specialty bottle art with some of those releases. So collectors get them for both the art and the rum themselves. But
yeah. And her description was pretty funny because when you're talking about this, she's like, yeah, if you happen to find these in a store, it's only because they didn't put it out, or it was buried behind something and it's dusty and you found it on accident and you need to buy it immediately.
Yeah.
And therefore, I'm going on a search.
There you go. And next time you're in a liquor store and you find some of the crazy plantations, that's the kind of stuff that we'd find over at 5 Star.
No, I don't think we would, because 5 Star would have sold it by now.
Yeah, they would have. They would have been,
So
out there. Yeah.
our buddies over at Nightly, we would find it there because it'd be like nobody that goes there would be looking for this one.
Yeah. The interesting thing, Nightly feels like a strip mall liquor store that's visited next to a grocery store. 5 Star, it feels like an old-timey bookstore.
Yeah.
Like, or like Ollivander's Wand Shop. Like that, it just has that feel to it where there's just stacks of rum crates in the corner, blah, blah, blah. And, I think I got a bottle of that somewhere. And they could just go rummaging through a trunk. Oh, here you go.
No, Mr. Garrick. The rum picks the liver.
This rum chose me.
Yeah. Yeah, you pick up the bottle, lights and fans open up in the floor, and it blows your hair up. Oh, you hear angels sing, which actually kind of happened when we went there that time. It was like, okay,
Yes, I'll take
try this coffee one.
I'll take the
and if you
Kona.
don't like it, I won't, I'll pay for the open bottle. And we're like, yeah, we'll each take a bottle. Thank you.
There you
please."
go. Yeah. So there you have it, 5 Star. You've officially been renamed Ollivander's Rum Shop. We got to bring the nerd.
Yeah.
Can't not do that.
Yeah, that's what we do. We associate. Yeah, it becomes nerd fusion. It's rum fusion, or rum and Potter mixed into. Yeah.
Oh, and we should mention the venue for the Florida Rum Society tasting.
Oh yeah, it's Otto's. What was the rest of the name? Otto something or.
Yes, nailed it. Otto something or other. Otto's Hideaway.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm setting up to. I've got some networking folks, and we're gonna go out and go there.
Yes, and that place is really good.
Yeah,
it was really good. Fantastic rum selection. They had Havana Club 7-year Cuban import behind the bar.
Yeah,
just like you want the 7-year like that's an absolute dynamite. Freaking Cuban import rum.
Oh yeah,
way better than the they have the American version. Like it's the same formula from wherever the hell, Puerto Rico or wherever they make the non-Cuban import Havana Club, and it doesn't even remotely compare.
By the way, what'd you call it? Otto's what?
Isn't it Otto's Hideaway?
High Dive.
High Dive. That's close.
Yeah.
Otto's High Dive. It's down in the Orlando Milk District.
In the Milk District, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's a good place. Their website doesn't have like their food menu. I think they kind of go by day and like a rotating menu.
Yeah.
So they had the shrimp with the cocktail sauce in it. It was very unique. It almost had a flavor of like Bloody Mary mix, but it was very thick. It was fantastic.
It was a really good cocktail sauce.
And the shrimps, that's not a shrimp, it's a king prong.
It was the size of a baby's arm.
Yeah. And then it was a sandwich. It wasn't a Cuban. They said it was something. It was called something else. It's like a Cuban. But
it's the Cubans. What do they call it? The Cubans' older brother or something like that. I want to say like La Caparena, but I know it's wrong.
Something to that effect, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cuban sandwiches, beans and rice. The dessert thing. It was a very lovely kind of 3-course plattered thing. But if you live in Central Florida, you have to check out the Florida Rum Society. They host some amazing events.
Yeah. Yeah, and their website and everything else.
Oh yeah, and this is officially like the second one we've done. It was a lot of fun. It was really good. And for the price, I mean the I can't remember what the hell it cost, but I mean it wasn't much. And for everything that you got,
yeah, no, it was great. Like the one Otto's, it's like it was a perfect introduction to Otto's. I'll be going back and semi frequently. It's not convenient to me for where I am in town, but it's good enough to make this.
It's not convenient for me either.
No, but it's good enough. It's one of those things where like, yeah, Neither is Suffering Bastard. I freaking go to Suffering Bastard, so whatever.
Yeah, there's no traffic towards Suffering Bastard, though. You can get there and back in a fairly traffic-free environment.
You can. It's a little harder for me, but you're further north than me.
Yeah, 429, all the way up, man.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, anytime I have to get on I-4,
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Anyway, hey, let's take a quick break and come back because I want to get to the refill because I'm not drinking this fucking thing.
what, you want to get the Robitussin out of your mouth?
Yeah.
Way back, college boy asked to a high school dance. Couldn't wait, but my date was in my friend's pants. Didn't know what to do. As he feeling blue till my best friend said that the red would get me through. Went to the Drew with my crew. Adults only box in a secondhand suit, bow tie. I'm a fox in a car on the street. Mouse was sweet on a cheek at my crib in a one go feet. Room set to turn like cheese. My tummy set to churn like grease. On my knees like a rug burn beast. Like an intern teased with the yeast.
Infection.
Oh, why? I'm a towel. Feel like I got the flu. I think I'm gonna throw. I think this night is through. Ding dong, dates arrived and a dress is ripped. She don't know I'm on a Robitussin trip. In the back, 2 girls going stack fat asses. I demand from a date her sunglasses. Do a drop roll off the car like Axel. I need an angel. I need some fucking Advil. I got a buzz bigger than a beehive. Cough on my cookies, let loose what's on the inside. The toasted. Sound like it was nothing. Robocop couldn't stop me from puking and flushing. No balls to be busting, no fighting, no cussing. Just love for a drug called Robitussin. The toasted. Sound like it was nothing. Robocop couldn't stop me from puking and flushing. No balls to be busting, no fighting, no cussing. Just love for a drug called Robitussin.
Okay, motherfuckers in the house, that's MC Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew if you just type in Robitussin into YouTube,
Yeah.
this is sprinkled amongst all of their plethora of commercials.
Yeah, this is from the album Life's a Bitch and I'm Her Pimp.
And it's got a really cool like Mandalorian silhouette thing on the cover.
Yeah, with songs such as Harry Potter, DQ Blizzard, Robitussin, we just heard, Pop Punk is Dead, what is it, Fucking Up My Christmas, Engines, or just Engine, Fet's Vet, might listen to that later, and Benchwarmer.
I'm pretty sure we're going to do nothing but MC Chris songs the rest of this episode.
Yeah, why not?
So look him up, MC Chris.
Motherfucker.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Where were we?
did you remember to pull up information on this week's fancy rum?
Oh, the Ernest Hemingway Pilar. As a matter of fact, I did have it pulled up already. I didn't pause or edit this in any way. I had it ready.
Yeah, there's zero splicing in between me asking you and you answering.
No, that would never happen because we have too much integrity in this. Okay, I probably lost everybody. Yeah, so Papa's Pilar, according to the Fat Rum Pirate. Here we go. This is Papa Pilar, Never a Spectacular. Pilar was the name of a customized boat commissioned by Papa, Ernest Hemingway. Well, that's where their name comes from. There you go. If you don't know who Ernest Hemingway is, then you can't either visit the rum website or have some information on the rum or the boat or the man, or you can just visit his Wikipedia page.
Something about a guy and a fish. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, this is Papa's Pilar 24 Dark Rum. It's another one of those slightly sneaky names. It's a Solera blend rum. This rum, if the emblem on the bottleneck is to be believed, is a Solera blend in the U.S. of A. So what exactly do we have in this bottle, you may ask? Well, here goes. As even before this rum was bottled and imported to the UK, it had quite a journey. So this, again, Fat Rum Pirate, he's there. This is, more accurately, a rum from Florida, where we are. The rums are it's blend. It's sourced from Florida, Central America, and the Caribbean. It's a mix of pot and column distilled rums, and if the Solera blend, it is then Solera blended in Florida, double aged in bourbon barrels, and then port casks. It's finished in Spanish sherry casks. So this bounces from barrel to barrel.
It does, and it's interesting. The 24. It says I'm reading this off the bottle. The number 24 represents the 24th Solera taste profile in our artisanal blend.
I figured it went through 24 different barrels, the way it's described there. But
that's what I would have thought. And then you read that, and you're like, no, the chef just went to the menu and picked number 24.
So Jacob from Ohio, Cincinnati. Jacob does the pop-ups.
Yeah.
So he and I were talking about that. We were both rather disillusioned and frustrated and pissed off over the fact that rums in particular have started throwing numbers on these bottles.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's just like, oh, that's a 24 year.
Yeah. Zacapa 23.
Yeah.
23 year? No, it's cool.
Yeah, that was the distiller. That was his jersey number when he played lacrosse.
Exactly.
You know.
When we bottle the Rum and Nerdy rum, it's gonna be like 89. Oh,
69. Wait, 89. Anyway, so rumratings.com puts it in at a 7.6 with 222 ratings, which is actually kind of high for them. So a lot of people tried this. 7.6 is pretty solid. There was only one review at a 3, and a majority of them were right in that 7, 8, 9.
the bottle is shaped weird. 1 star.
Yeah, most of these people are like, I hated this in my pina colada. It's like, well, you're a fucking idiot. So there's that. Either way, we've both had this Executive Cigar Lounge up in Sanford. This was I don't know if it still is, but this was their kind of house rum.
Yeah, they had both the regular Papas Pilar and their own Pilar blend, like their own bottle blend that. What do you have? Their own the rum representative person thing. Like they went
and did a barrel.
Yeah, they did a barrel, but I thought it was their own blend, and it's Anyway, moral of the story: it's a cool little bottle.
Yeah,
it's short. It's got fun compass on the top. There's a story on the back about Ernest Hemingway sailing the world, and this is a tribute rum for his adventures. I don't know what the rooster means. It's a fun rooster embroidered on the front.
Yeah,
but this was a Christmas gift from my brother-in-law in Key West. So there's the Ernest Hemingway connection.
Yeah.
Virgin bottle.
So as you open that up and pour it in between,
Ooh, that's good.
So it's kind of funny. Fat Rum Pirate didn't seem to like this. I continue on. This isn't particularly unpleasant rum, nor does it have anywhere near as many additives as I first thought. See the hydrometer test. Unfortunately, the price with a lot of other exceptional rums, even as the price is 20 pounds below, can be more than a match in terms of complexity with a sipper. For me, it's a rum which had been overcooked. Too many rums from too many different sources may be the problem, but aging in their different casks has given this rum a bit of a confused identity. Again, this is not us talking. This is Fat Rum Pirate. I generally cannot really understand exactly what it's supposed to be. It looks like a rum, smells like Dr. Pepper, and tastes a little bit like bitter coffee mixed with cola. I'm using these more basic, quote, notes because this rum is such a mixed bag. It's the only way to describe it. I couldn't even detect many individual notes if I try. The overreaching feeling I'm getting about this rum is that it doesn't taste like rum at all. Whilst that's not always a bad thing, I don't mind a variety a little bit. This one just comes out tasting a little bit too artificial and contrived.
Wow.
So finally he sums it up. I don't get this rum, and I doubt many will. It's not unpleasant as much as very strange. Gives it 1.5 stars, which is very different.
Can we introduce you to 9 North?
Compared to 9 North, this one's Champagne. From the Champagne region of Florida, apparently.
Yeah. I'm not picking up a lot of
Dr. Pepper.
Well, I'm not picking up a lot of individual flavor notes on the nose. It has a hint of burn to it on the nose.
Yeah, I get the charcoal out of the barrel. I on my nose. That's what I get primarily.
Yeah, this one's definitely a rum.
I don't know. I like it. It's I don't know. I like it. It's solid. It's not the best as a sipper. I wouldn't normally drink it as a sipper.
No, I wouldn't either. What's the?
I've had this as an old fashioned quite many times.
I have as well. This old fashions very well.
Agreed.
I'm just looking it up right now. So it's, I mean, this is a, $40, $50 bottle of rum.
Yeah.
So it's a depending upon where you go, it's a little ahead of what we would normally spend.
Yeah. It's a, this is one I've seen appear more in bars in Florida. Pilar being a Florida label, it's one of those ones where, it's probably located in Florida more than it is in most places. And honestly, I don't think I've ever paid that for a Pilar, even this one.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Which might be because, it's fairly local and, we're not we're not having to get it shipped to New York or, as Fat Rum Pirate in UK somewhere. So
yeah, it's interesting. Even some of the places I'm seeing online, because I just wanted to check the price, they have it listed as 24-year-old. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a 24-year-old.
Read the website.
It's number 24.
Yeah,
it's like what is Jack Daniels? Old 47.
I thought that was Heinz 57.
Heinz is 57. What's Jack Daniels?
I thought it was like 16 or something like that.
No.
Well, I'm not a Jack Daniels drinker anyway. So.
Yeah, me neither. I had a bad experience.
What the fuck would I know about it?
Called college.
I think I've said fuck more today than I have said it in recent episodes.
Well, good for you. Old number 7. There you go. Tennessee whiskey. Old number 7.
I wonder if I'm going through a thing.
But you just say fuck a lot?
Yeah, I don't know.
I realize I
come across as particularly anxietal?
I realize
There's a story behind that word.
I realize I say the word fuck a lot, and I'd apologize for that, but I don't give a shit.
But do you give a fuck?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. As I stare out of the
want
wreckage of the world.
Do you want some Coke?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna. Yeah, this is definitely something you do something to.
He really likes the Foley things.
I have one job on this ship.
You have more than one our job. You are, arguably, you are the music sensei, right? So, yeah, you are largely, I contribute, but largely, you're that. Although, out of everything, like, doing the Foley is something I've never done once, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think...
Would you like to try it sometime?
No.
Would you like to take a lesson?
No, I'm good. I mean, I like that, like, you take so much care in it.
Yeah.
Foley's his ice.
Dude, Foleying the ice. Oh, don't you just want a nice...
I need some ice.
Cool glass. You want some ice?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just going to pass you the thing.
Yeah, hold on.
There you go. Your first Foley is a cup of ice. I call it cup of ice. Greg diligently drops it into the glass. That's not bad. You should have held it more so you could get the full fizz. You pulled it away, pre-fizz.
Well, I also did a pause before my last cube so that it kind of drew that out.
Yeah, I don't know if you needed the dramatic cube pause.
But for my first attempt,
not bad.
I can say this. It's different when you're making the sound right in front of you. We hear it in our headphones.
Yeah.
But like when you do it, I don't hear any of that sound other than through my headset.
Oh, okay.
So it's different when you fully, or like when you go back and listen to it. It's like, man, I nailed that.
I am sitting way over here. Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Huh.
Yeah. This is clearly a conversation for the two of us. Nobody listening gives a fuck about what we're
Anybody
talking
in
about.
this room right now will clearly see that I'm sitting next to this microphone and
yeah, on the other side. So, random non sequitur.
This entire episode's non sequitur.
Yeah, squirrel. So, I think I'm going to do a little bit of updating again to the studio. We talked about we're going to move to another room,
and that's not happening now.
Yeah, no, we've kind of put that on hold.
Is your studio upgrade going to involve removing the litter boxes?
Oh God, I wish. We have a plan to create a room under the stairs, and I don't think we have enough room.
Are you sure? Oh, because you have that closet in your master bathroom that kind of...
Yeah. So we would basically
probably
abscond with half of that.
Nah,
but
I bet you have enough room.
The access to it is the problem.
You do it in the living room.
No, we're actually looking at doing it from the laundry room. But
Okay.
even in Sarah, it's going to be pretty tight. So we got to figure it out.
Just put a fold-out tray.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I'm a master craftsman when it comes to cramming stuff under stairs.
Yeah, well, you can look at it with me, and maybe you can help me figure it out and do it. I don't think it's a big problem. And the other thing about it is, the good thing is, because it's finished on the master bedroom or the master bathroom side, it's got tile floor and everything else.
Yeah.
We need to build one wall that doesn't have to be textured on the inside or really on either side, because it sits behind a shelf. So we pull the shelf out, put the wall in, put the shelf back in, and then paint it so it looks good. But the floor in there would have ceramic tile and all that stuff. So that would be good. Anyway, but in here, the shelves behind us, and many of you have seen pictures that we've taken, so the shelves behind would go to these IKEA shelves, become a wall of shelves. And then I want to do some fun faux finishes on this main wall and change the lighting in here.
These all sound like good things.
Yeah.
Here, point to your IKEA shelves.
Well, where they're going to go. They're going to replace these behind us. So look on our social media and you'll see that description.
You'll see Greg randomly pointing at some shelves.
But the other thing is like, clearly my Lego collection's growing.
Yeah, you need more Lego space.
Yeah. And, different things. Technically, I get another Thea this year. So, that shelf's too small now. That's an award for any non-theme park person. It's kind of like our Golden Globe. Or would you consider? What do you think? Is that our Oscar or is that our Golden Globe?
It's probably our Oscar. It's top of the
but
it's top of the line.
At the same time, Golden Globes has categories outside of movies, and we have categories outside of theme parks. So that's and the awards show is more like the Golden Globes than the Oscars.
Sure. There's a nice dinner. You have to wear a tuxedo. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of which,
April.
Anybody out there coming to because the TEA Summit and Gala has been rebranded.
Yeah.
To the new TEA
Inspire. Yeah.
Anybody else out there going to join us in Anaheim?
Kind of clever. I have a suggestion. Let's take another break and turn this into a segment, because I know a lot of our listeners, not all, but a lot of our listeners are in the theme park business, and there's a lot of questions about this change.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's take a quick break, and then we'll actually discuss that. That's a good topic.
Yeah, let's drive everybody away with more MC Chris music.
Yeah.
Cruising on Cespa in my DeLorean. War's over, I'm a piece of Mandalorian. Historian stomp, Star Wars historian. Stephen debate, puppet play at Ben against. Round renegade, sure to penetrate. First and second defense, I won't hesitate. Gotta jump it through and darts the guy with delegates. Got something against Skywalker, someone he really hates. I don't give a fuck, I'm extra solo. For all I carry, could be behind at Yoda's dojo. Gotta make the money, credit's no good. When a Jawa's running shop in your neighborhood. Think you can cook, I got a grappling hook. Let's make this quick, cause I'm really booked. I'm a devious degenerate defender of the devil. Shut down all the trash compactors on the detention level. My backpacks got jets. Well, I'm Boba, the vet. Well, I bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt to finance my vet. Well, I chill in deep space. A mask is over my face. Well, I deliver the prize, but I still narrow my eyes. Cause my time I don't like to waste. Get down. I'm a question, rep inside Enigma. Get inside a slave one, find your home and signal. From Endor to Hoth, Ridley to Spock. I'll find what you want, but there's gotta be a cost. Say my name is Boba Fett. I know my shit is tight. Start acting right, yo, buzzing a carbonite. Got telescopic sight, flamethrowers on my wrist. You still don't get the gist. Spike pizza made a kick, targets made a hit. You think I give a shit? Your mama is a bitch. I see you in the Sarlacc pit. You just flipped my switch. Integrity's been ditched. You scratching on my itch. You know I shoot the gig.
I'm actually mad at how good this is.
Yeah, and I mean, clearly, like, I am not the rap hip hop person, whatever, but it blows me away how someone can sing that fast, like, and remember every one of those lyrics and very.
And besides the linguistic talent behind the music, like, if you, there is some serious nerd fusion going on in there, and it's Nothing but respect, dude. MC Chris,
Yeah.
fucking
Wait a
awesome.
second. You're gonna tag the hell out of this.
Yeah, I also gonna buy that album.
Which one? There's like a couple other.
No, I'm buying that. This one. It was. Is it Fet's Vet? The name of the album?
It is no. It's called. Oh God, what was it? It is called "Life's a Bitch and I'm Her Pimp."
Yeah, it's the one that has the kind of the Mandalorian silhouette on the cover. Yeah, no, it's fucking good. Oh my God.
So there's another one in here that's called MC Chris Forever.
Because DEI, we are nerd inclusive, and nerd rap is nerd culture.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, this stuff's some pretty bad stuff. Anyway, so Inspire, right? Say Inspire. So
yeah, and just to give backstory. Traditionally, in April, one of the TEA's, the first TEA tentpole event of the year is the Summit and Thea Awards Gala.
Yep.
As of late, it's been in Anaheim, California.
Yeah, and it still is.
It still is. Yeah. But I mean, way back in the day, it was in other places. But as far as probably anybody can remember, it's been in Anaheim.
Well, and that brings up another good point. Obviously things evolve. This is a conference that's happened year after year, and originally it was a 2-day event, but generally day one. And a lot of people are confused. Why is it a day one and a day two, and you can buy them separately? And it's because the history of that day one was more of an industry leadership C-suite discussion on the state of the industry. Day two, case studies about the winners, the Thea winners.
Yeah.
And it has all kind of become, in the last, 4 or 5 years, much more blended, and it just becomes this general 2-day event.
My first summit was in 2013.
Yeah.
And there were day one, maybe 100 people in the room, and we had tables with name tags on them.
Yeah.
Like that's the level of intimate conversation it was.
Dan's first, he said there was 38 people in the room.
I absolutely believe it.
But that's what the event was.
Yeah. Oh, and people are like, well, you're not offering, student pricing for day one. Nope. We don't want them there. That's
well, and I don't want to say that they don't want them there, but it certainly the content is not.
No, it's not
for
even
them.
that.
It's different.
It was a little more exclusive than that. Like, I mean, there was a very specific reason why it was that student pricing was not offered day one.
Yeah, because it was kind of a different thing. But and again, things kind of change. They morph. They evolve.
If it's evolved, absolutely.
It's become a different thing now. In keeping with that, they have created something separate, something new, and that is the Inspire TEA Leadership Forum. The idea is to go back to that idea where we can bring in C-suite executive owners, operators, like people at a very high level to go and talk about what's working in the industry, discuss things on how the industry grows and moves forward. And part of that, being able to have a good discussion, is to not have 500 people in the room.
Absolutely.
And it's not because you don't want those 500 people to know what you're talking about. It's because 500 people is really hard to have a conversation with.
It is. And everyone has an opinion, but some people's opinions matter more, and some people's opinions are better.
Yeah. And
literally, when you make it
they're more informed.
They're more informed. Yeah, they are more informed. When I say they're better, that's what I'm implying.
Also, I want to say one more thing. Nothing about what we're saying right now is the opinions or the words of TEA as an organization.
No.
These are our words and our interpretation based on what we feel about the event.
Absolutely. And as long as we're disclosing things, Greg and I, because we are involved in the TEA, none of what we're talking about we had anything to do with.
Yeah. We were not planning that or involved in it.
Yeah, we're reading an email that any TEA member has already received from member services at teaconnect.org.
Yeah. So it's kind of, but carrying on. So the rest of day one, because the leadership forum is only part of it. That's half of day one.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm like, after the disclaimer, where's the? Oh yeah, no. So going back to the C-suite thing.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
Further definition, it's literally kind of the top of the corporate ladder that can get together and have that discussion without people that are not as informed in the true, business end of those large corporate entities.
Yeah.
So,
and the intent is to, again, I understand the intent is to be able to take that and grow the industry, and communicate that out and talk about it. But
which is how the TEA started.
Yeah.
The TEA started a bunch of, business owners getting together to figure out how to navigate,
Sure.
the business operations with certain owners in the industry. That's how it got started. And this is sort of pushing some amount of content back to that level.
Yeah. No, agreed. So the in regards to that, I do want to, just because I don't want to go too long on it, but the rest of it is taking what is one of the more popular parts of that, and that is the case studies, and expanding that.
Traditionally, day 2.
Yeah.
Day 2 summit.
So now case studies are going to be discussed with more in-depth look at over a day and a half. And because that's one of the things that we hear consistently is, wow, I really wish we were able to kind of delve in a little bit more on this or whatever. So that idea, instead of giving a Thea winner like 15 minutes to talk about it, to really get an opportunity for some Q&A and really discuss.
No, absolutely. So, looking at the pricing that, that just came out, there's the Inspire Leadership Forum, which is the morning of day 1.
It's a separate ticket, and it's lofty. You have to commit.
Early bird member is $625.
Yeah,
that's again, it's geared to C-suite executives, and it is a very low attended thing on purpose. I think they're going to achieve that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular, just the non-early bird pricing for that member, it's $695. That's an $865 for non-members.
Yeah.
You should really sign up to be a TEA member, because that morning alone will pay for it.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the pricing, Inspire, for essentially a day and a half of content, which is now, day 1 afternoon and all of day 2. It's $745 early bird.
Yeah.
Hey, you can get next gen speaker pricing $350. And the email came out, and again, I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. There was Inspire Regular and Inspire On Site. I'm like, what do these words mean? What's going on with this? Inspire Regular is just the non-early bird pricing. And then on-site is if you show up at the door and want to come in.
There was a little bit of, I heard a lot of people with some confusion for that, because there was the, like, it's almost like some of these were working titles or notated, and the people that were generating it probably understood it a little bit more.
The people that were generating it had been working in their own world for a while, and they didn't look at it with fresh specifications and contract eyes.
Well, in regards to what vernacular makes sense to the mass consumer, because when you have something new and a lot of different options, and you got to understand what you're looking for. I'm anticipating that there's going to be people that were like, crap, I bought the wrong ticket because I didn't understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see where that goes. And then the awards. So it's
the gala.
Day 1's on Thursday, day 2 is Friday, and then the The Award Gala is that Saturday
evening. That's a
evening. Saturday evening. Yeah, you get the.
And again, for any of the regulars, especially noobs, flying home on Sunday morning is an amateur move.
Do not fly home on Sunday. Just don't. I mean, you could red eye Sunday maybe, but
yeah,
I'm a Monday flight guy.
So you're going to run into everybody from the entire event inside the Disney parks all day on Sunday. You want to take that day, go into the park. One, you're going to want to sleep in. Saturday night runs late. You're going to be up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Easily. If you're doing it right.
If you're doing it right. And then, Sunday, get up 10:30, 11 o'clock, go grab some Eggs Benedict, my favorite. It's really, really good. And then going to...
It's going to go the moons over my hammy, but yeah.
Oh, you got to leave to go get that, though. You got to go to Denny's, which is way longer walk than you'd think. Don't do that walk. Get an Uber. We did that once.
Making that walk in tuxedo shoes, that's...
miserable.
Ooh.
Yeah. And you still end up having to Uber back. There's no walk back.
Yeah, you just kind of look across a highway in an empty parking lot, and you're like, I don't know where my hotel is.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that.
Is that the Grand California?
Leaving Disney property through the parking lot on foot is easier than getting back through it. At 4 o'clock in the morning, like, no, you're not going back. Anyway.
Last year, just due to some logistical things, I ended up weaseling my way from the Disneyland Hotel to the Grand Californian, not through downtown Disney.
What?
Oh, yeah, just weaseling out through the parking lot, through the service entrances, through the, this feels right. And
it worked out?
It did, only because I had room keys for both venues. Because there's a person standing at the sidewalk like, oh, you're not a hotel guest? Get the fuck out of here.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, wearing a tuxedo helped.
Yeah, I bet.
It usually does.
I bet. I'm a James Bond supervillain, and I need to get in here.
But who's going? Who's going to the TEA Inspire Conference and the Award Gala?
I've actually already bought my tickets for Inspire. I have not yet purchased my tickets for the gala because I want to make sure I understand how my company is going.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's something you got to calculate in. But whether or not we're going to buy a table or whether we're individual.
Yeah, I got to figure that out as well.
Yeah. Actually, last year we shared a table, so that might happen.
We did. That was enjoyable.
Well, it's,
randomly.
Yeah.
And one year we had, it's like the only year that we were both on the Eastern board, TEA Eastern board together. We had an Eastern board table. That was fun.
Yeah. That was fun. We had Trent and
yeah.
Dan and you and I and yeah some of the regulars. Man,
it's
those
all
were
good.
back in the day. It feels like.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was pre-pandemic, wasn't it? I feel like it was pre-pandemic. I feel like that was...
Maybe?
No, because I would have put it in 19 because we didn't do it in 20 or 21.
We didn't. No. No, we did in 21. Did we? No.
No, we missed 2 years, I think.
That had to have been 19.
Yeah, because we didn't come back and start doing events until midsummer of 21.
Oof. Well.
COVID years.
Moral of the story is I'm looking. I look forward to it every year.
I spent a decade in my house one year.
Yeah, I absolutely love this event. It's so much fun showing up to this random theme park on the other side of the country, and all of the same spots are there. All of your friends are there, and you pick up like you were just there last week.
Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy.
It's the who's who of the industry and learning and networking. And that's my favorite thing at TEA is it really gives you an opportunity to build your personal network.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this a million times, the best friends, the closest relationships I've ever had in my life, I got through TEA. And it's just been the best for me. So
it's a collection of like-minded individuals, and it's insane.
Yeah. I feel that is accurate. I also feel like we're going to run out of time. And was there something else, one other thing we were going to talk about? Or
Rick and Morty?
Yeah. So Rick and Morty, you want to lead into it?
Well, it's going to be slightly awkward, being that the voice of both Rick and Morty,
same voice actor,
Justin Roiland was fired.
Yeah, and he's one of the creators of the show.
Yeah,
so.
it's really his show, and this is one of those. This is probably one of those cautionary tales for, creatives out there. Don't sell your art. Don't sell your product. Rent it, because I mean, he was a co-creator and the voice of the two primary characters, and they kicked him off the show.
And why?
Domestic violence, actually. I like it. It feels mildly warranted. And according to Google, he's 5'10". For some reason, that's one of the things that comes up.
Oh. Okay.
So if you're wondering.
So what's funny is that they're actually they are auditioning fans of the show for those voice actors.
I got to imagine they'll find someone that will do the perfect impersonation.
Yeah.
Like just spot on.
Yeah.
And that
if
show.
they wouldn't have said anything, it'd be like there'd be some conspiracy about. Oh no, that's not Rick.
It's slightly different.
Rick died in season 5. You know, a lot of people
Rick
know
died
that
in season 5.
in season 5.
And knowing Rick and Morty, they might write that into the show. Like somehow you find out, like, oh, that's not C-137. Like that's C-142.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, somehow it changed, but yeah, apparently like fans are on Twitter and TikTok making audition videos and tagging the show, which is kind of interesting.
They should. Isn't that how Journey found their new frontrunner?
YouTube, yeah. Because that was like
because the Journey frontman died.
No, he had like some like nodules on his vocal cords or some shit. It was weird. Yeah.
Something. And then the guy that sings for him now, like they picked up in a karaoke bar or something weird.
Something Parnell. They didn't like. He had a YouTube channel, and this was like a bar singer from Malaysia. This guy.
Oh yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Like, he was randomly spoke English and everything, but they're like, dude, this guy really sounds like the dude. You know, like Steve Perry.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and for some reason, I think he actually just recently left the band or something. There's something going on. It's good research for another episode, but you know,
we're gonna forget about it. It's never gonna happen.
Possibly, but as a general topic, having an episode talking about
the replacements.
Yeah, that's exactly
the replacement episode.
You know, and like the drama that goes along with it. You know, like Kiss. You know, kicking out Peter Criss and was it Ace Frehley that got kicked out? Because it was like, I know it was Gene Simmons and...
I like Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of examples of that, you know, across the music and the... even the film and television world, like, Dukes of Hazzard? Oh, yeah, we just replaced the Duke boys with their cousins. You know,
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, you found a different dark-haired and blonde-haired dude.
Yeah.
To drive around in your car. It's just weird. Okay,
but it still had Roscoe.
They still had Roscoe P. Coltrane. Yeah, but yeah, whatever. It happens.
An idea for another show.
It's a great idea for a show, though.
And you know what?
First half is going to be nothing but Jim Henson.
They've gone through some actors. Anyway, all that said, listen, don't forget, big shout out to our brother from another mother, Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
Check out his stuff. He helps out with so much. I'm going to add something here, specifically. Do a Google search. I don't have the website on top of my head, but definitely check out the Florida Rum Society.
Oh, yeah. I think it's literally just the Florida Rum Society. .com. I don't know.
Yeah.
God damn
if only we had.
You're going to make technology. Me do it right now, aren't you?
Don't forget to check out all of our website at rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social media, we are also at Rum and Nerdy.
All the socials.
All the socials, yeah. Florida Rum Society is quite literally FloridaRumSociety.com.
Great. Easy to know.
Nailed it.
So we'll throw out a thank you for hosting that event this week. Looking forward to next month's or the next event in general. And, yeah. It was a good episode. Thanks.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
I want candy, bubblegum and taffy. Skip to the sweet shop with my sweetheart Sandy. Got my penny safe, so I'm a sugar daddy. I'm a Hugh Cronin, she my Jessica Tandy. I want candy. Put it in a pile, split it with my bitty, 50-50 down the line. Kinda like close encounters of the cavity kind. I'm talking licorice, kisses, talking crocodile smiles. I want candy. I got a sugar tooth. Put on your shin guard Sandy, cause I wanna knock boots. Lick a peppermint stick till the lollipop droops. Come drop it, don't stop till it's lit, not loose.
draft, the burst right in the hair.
Releasing ancient demons from a sleep of a spell so they can walk upon the earth and get resituated.
And after that, builds MTV bands on created.
Yeah, that beat is badass.